Or Shalom, we the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of the sinful kingdom of America, aka Babylon the Great, you know. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim that's doing the work of sincerity and truth. And I want to give all praises and glory to YAHAWASHI, you know. We out here to teach the words of the Lord and to let you people know the coming destruction. We out here to tell you, when the Lord sent the prophets out, they will always tell you the events that were going to take place before it happens, you know. Matter of fact, give me that, you know what it is, Jeremiah 28. You know, before the Lord brings forth his destruction, he always sends forth his prophets to warn you, you know, for you to turn back from your sins. Referring to you, you Israelites, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, to repent, you know, for your wickedness, you know. Because the Lord only allows wickedness to go on for so long before he brings forth his judgment. It happened during the time of Noah, during the time of the flood. He had Noah prophesy for 100 years, prophesying to the world that it was going to rain, you know, the Lord was going to flood the earth. And what they didn't believe Noah, and after that time frame, the Lord flooded the earth and only saved 8 souls, you know. So anytime before the Lord brings forth his destruction, he always sends forth his prophets. And we're the prophets to the Lord telling you of the coming calamities that's coming, you know. Martial law is coming. There's going to be race riots coming, you know. There's going to be a lockdown of the streets, you know. They're going to come with an RFID microchip, you know. Nothing but death, destruction is coming to this earth.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So the prophets that have been before us, going back to when you read the scriptures, Malachi, Moses, our great father Moses, you know, Daniel, all the prophets, Ezekiel, John the Revelator, you know, they prophesied of the coming destruction that was coming, you know. Well, John the Revelator, Most High gave him heavy vision, showed him the destruction of America, showed him the beast, that showed him NATO, the EU, showed him the Lord coming back in the chariots, you know. The Lord showed him the white man going into slavery, you know, Revelation 13, you know. So the Lord reveals things, like you said, surely the Lord power would do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, and he's revealed his secrets unto us because we fear the Lord. He's revealed his secrets unto us, and we proclaim his secrets to the people, letting you know the judgments that the Lord is going to bring. The ultimate judgment that the Lord is going to bring on America for his wickedness. He's going to end this place with nuclear fire, you know. And then I got this article right here that the apostles brought out a couple years back, but this article right here, pretty much, it shows you pretty much, I don't know if you can zoom in on it. It shows you each red block represents a ton of TNT. Now it shows you, if you know anything about history, the Fat Boy and Little Man, which was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the end of World War II, that shows you the power that those bombs had, you know. Little Boy, that's the power of Little Boy, and that's the power of Fat Man. Now take a look at these bombs. This is the nuclear missile. Now if you look at the red dots, it's and look how powerful that is. You know, it keeps on going. And now those are this is an older chart. Russia announced that they have a missile called Satan II, which they said the missile Satan II is powerful enough to wipe out the whole state of Texas. Or
10 fucking warheads. We got 10 fucking warheads.
Yeah, 10
Feature hypersonic levels. They go Mach 17. Okay. We can't stop them.
Hey, that's the Lord. That comes from the Lord, because the scriptures say, I created the smith that blew off the coals in the fire. If you can grab that too. The smith represents the scientists. The Lord put the spirit on the scientists to create these missiles to fulfill his will, you know, to bring forth the ultimate destruction. Because back in the ancient world, he no pictures, just of the signs. Back in the ancient world, if you read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, it was 5 cities that were doing all acts of evil and wickedness. The Lord had the angels come down and use split the elements to create that nuclear blast back then. Yep. And the reason why you know it's a nuclear blast, because when you read, it said his wife turned, Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt. Now, if you know anything, when a nuclear missile is exploded, after the initial blast, what comes after the blast is called the shockwave. And the shockwave, it pretty much is a wave of destruction. And they said the energy is so powerful it dehydrates your whole flesh. Because they said when Hiroshima somebody.
For me.
But it said back in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when they set them bombs off, them atom bombs, that the blast was so powerful that the shadows of the people were left on as an imprint on the ground. The people that were on ground zero, so to speak. And they said that the blast was so powerful that people miles away said as soon as they seen them, they said the first thing they initially seen was a huge white light. And then they said after the white light came the heat. They said the heat was intense. And they were bowed far away. And they said they got one Moabite gave his testimony. They said he was blown throughout the house. And he was way far back, and that was an atom bomb. So how much more these nuclear bombs that all these nations, these weaker nations, have acquired? You know?
Hey, say this: you Russian, right? You from Russia?
Yep.
You know that America and Russia's going to lock heads in World War III?
I'm sorry, what?
You know that Russia and the United States are going to get into a war in the near future, very near future.
Looks like it, yeah.
Looks like it? Okay.
Sure.
You know that Russia's going to end up destroying America, right, with their nuclear missiles?
Looks like it too, yeah. I'd say. Well, you guys got your tanks on Russian borders, right?
Yeah, NATO.
And the Baltics probably on the Finnish border too at this point, so yeah.
All right.
Looks like it, man.
These Americans, they're not up to speed, man. They don't even think that anything's going to happen, you know?
They don't even know that Russia is a very great military power, man. They're a very great nuclear power, you know, and it's going to be a nuclear holocaust. You know? They think Americans think that America is the greatest military on the planet Earth. That's not so, man. The Russians and the Chinese have even better technology than the so-called white man. All right,
Koreans too.
And the Koreans, yeah, they have the technology because the so-called white man out here, they use their money to deceive the people, when the other nations are using that money to build up their military. Within the last 20 years, China became a great military power. Why is that? Because China's not around occupying all these different lands like America is, spreading their military thin, all right, and their money's thin. They're building up their military, just like the former Soviet Union. They're raised back up, man. And Trump is scared that they're going to go and go to war with Russia, man. But it's all biblical prophecy for this to happen. All right, this is all going to happen. And then all the other nations, and you see this Trump, you see the breaking up of NATO, and then the strengthening of the EU. Because all these other nations are going to turn on America, man, and they're going to shoot those missiles on America and totally destroy America. All the nuclear missiles that ever been created are going to be shot off here in America, man, and totally destroy this place. For why? Because all the wickedness here, homosexuality, okay, lesbianism, okay, and mainly killing the Israelites, our people, putting our people into slavery. All right, these are the things that are going to happen to this land. But look, you see the American people, they have no idea. Hey, look, he's Russian. He knows that this place will be destroyed. I mean, it's only common sense.
You can see it.
Yeah. You can see it.
He probably watches the news out there.
Okay.
See, that's the difference between America and these other nations. They don't put bullshit on the TV. You know, they might put their little Russian propaganda out there to make it seem like, Russia's in the right for whatever they're doing, you know, with different skirmishes around the world. But they actually had a drill that a nuclear Holocaust went off out there in Russia, man. The whole country had to participate in it. They got bunkers out down there under the ground for the regular civilians. They ain't got that out here in America, man. Why? Because the people out here are proud. America's proud, man. That's why the scriptures call it the place of unwalled villages. They actually don't believe that this place could be touched, man. You ask any of these average Americans out here, do you think a war is going to happen on this soil? They'll tell you no, especially these Edomites, man. Especially Esau, all right? His main thing is, we got the best military on the earth. You know, he really thinks that his military is going to get him out of any situation that comes up with these other nations, man. Like the brothers going into, these different nations got better military capabilities than you do, man. And then on top of that, all of their soldiers are ready to die, man. The people that's going to join this American military, they're going to be drafted. These damn techies that work up and down in Silicon Valley, they're going to get drafted. They're going to come to war. They're all skinny and shit, you know. They used to chilling for damn near 16 hours a day, ain't doing shit, ain't never seen no blood in their life, really. Ain't never seen nobody get shot. They gonna get thrown in the war, man.
Women?
Yep, women gonna get drafted too.
A lot of these hoes out here gonna get drafted and get sent over there to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Because why? America puts women on a platform. So now that women want to be equal, they're gonna be equally sent over to the Middle East, man. So they gonna get killed. They gonna get put on the front line. You know, they gonna be getting raped, get put on the front line. Yep. A lot of these women gonna die, man, out here, over there, and out here, man.
And then brought it out too. Iran, they got a secret squad of ninjas. It's just women, but they battle ready, man. They ready to die for their country. These people, they ain't ready to die for the United States, man. They like living here, but they ain't ready to go to war, man. All right. You like the amenities, you like going and shopping, but you ain't gonna die for this place, man. A lot of you people, you ain't gonna die for Trump. You got though, bro.
Yeah, like the brother brought out in Joel, like the scriptures say, let the weak say I'm strong. A lot of these weaker nations that once America had the fear of, he had the fear over these nations, they saying I'm strong on it, because now they have the capability of nuclear weapons, you know? That's why, like, what's that dude, Netanyahu, was pushing that they need to go over there and invade Iran, because Iran is boasting that they're testing their rockets, you know? And they openly said that they need to destroy Israel off the map, you know? So the tensions between the nations are heating up, and the Lord is stirring up the pot to bring forth the prophecy of America's destruction, you know?
It's Jeremiah 50:9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
Yeah, the arrows talking about the missiles. So the Lord is going to put the spirit in these other nations to shoot their missiles on America, you know? Because what's going to happen is, if you can give me that too, where it speaks about the least of the flock shall draw them out. In Jeremiah 49 and I believe it's like towards the end. But pretty much,
49 and 20.
Yeah, it's 49 and 20. Pretty much the Lord is going to put the spirit on the least of the flock, which you're talking about them false Jews, Israel, them rats, them Amalekites, to draw America into this third war's world. Because you can see it happening right now. Netanyahu was saying that, well, look, we need to invade Iran before they get this nuclear technology. He made a speech at the UN where he drew a map. He drew a map of the time frame before they get that nuclear capability. And he said, look, between that time and this time, we need to strike quick, you know? So the Lord is going to actually put the spirit on Netanyahu, because they probably counseling with America, and America's telling them, nah, hold off, don't do it. They going to say, fuck it, they just going to roll in there, you know? And what's that going to do? That's going to force Russia to back up Iran, because Russia has interest in, they have things, and they got money invested in Iran, you know? So they consider, like Putin already said, if you make an attack on Iran, I consider that an attack on me, and I'm gonna defend them, you know? So America's gonna be forced to back up Israel, and Iran, Russia's gonna be back up Iran, which is gonna lead to that third world war, which is gonna lead to ultimately to all nations turning on America, you know? Because with this guy, Trump, who knows what this guy is gonna do? He's a loose cannon, so to speak. He could be friends with you one day and a foe to you the next. So he's going to do something stupid to the point where all nations are going to turn on him and say, you know what, nuke this fucking place, you know?
He's a habitual liar, man.
Yeah.
He lied about everything. Yeah. The media is catching him in his lies, man. And he still goes with it. Oh, yeah, I don't care. I'm still right, you know? And then that rhetoric he talking about with the EU, the EU is pissed off at him, them different European nations. They sent that one dude over there, I forget his name. They sent him over there to kind of quell things down. He went to the security conference out there. They was trying to make everything seem like it was all good, but the sentiment amongst them different nations, you talk to the people, they saying that Europe got to be for itself, man. They basically tired of being America's bitch, man.
Yeah.
So that third world war is inevitable, because it's already been predestined by the Most High. When you read Revelation, it speaks about 3 woes. It said one woe is past, and behold, the second woe coming. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So this war is inevitable. It's going to happen. You know, they like to say, okay, America's they're building a tie. The relationship is building back up with Russia. You know, no, the Lord, because the scriptures also say when they